Hey guys, welcome in this new video. So you want to switch to Linux or you want to try it at least once. And you've heard about Ubuntu, that Ubuntu is very friendly for beginners. Well, it's not the same anymore. It was very friendly for beginners 10 years ago, but right now it's in a very bad state because of snaps. If you don't know what snaps are, it's just a packaging format that Ubuntu and Canonical has been developing, and it's very bad. As of now, it's very bad. You will have a ton of errors on Ubuntu, things will not work on Ubuntu, and without using Ubuntu you will avoid a lot of headaches, and you will just have a smoother experience. So what do I suggest to use instead of Ubuntu? Well, I suggest you to use the distro I'm currently recording on right now, which is called CachyOS, and it's a distribution based on Arch Linux. So you're going to have the latest and greatest packages, so for gaming and for production and for editing videos you will have the best of the best of the best drivers, of the best of everything, while it also retains stability. This distro has been very stable for me. I'm running it on 2 computers and it's been very stable. So this is the official site of CachyOS, cachyos.org, and here you can click on download, desktop edition, and you can click on direct, and then you can click on save, and you can install the ISO file. Then you have to put the ISO file on an USB stick, and then you will boot from the USB stick into the installer of CachyOS. And this is what the boot menu options for CachyOS will look like. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, you choose CachyOS NVIDIA. If you have an Intel or an AMD graphics card, you choose CachyOS default, and at the moment I'm on a virtual machine, I'm going to choose CachyOS default. So click enter, and then you just wait until it boots. So here we are, this is what the live ISO will look like, and here you just have to connect to the internet first of all. I'm already connected because I'm on a virtual machine. If you have a wired connection, it should detect it by default. If you have a Wi-Fi connection, you click here and you connect yourself to the right Wi-Fi. Then after you've done that, you click on launch installer, and it will ask you if you want to select grub or if you want to select a different bootloader. Just choose grub, which is the one that basically every distro uses, including Ubuntu. And here you're going to choose your language. It's extremely easy. Just scroll to find the one that you want to use, then you click next. You click next if this is the right time zone for you. It is the right one for me, so I'm going to click on next. And here you have to select your keyboard layout, so I'm going to select the Italian one for me, next. And here you can decide to dual boot or not if you have Windows already, and you just, in my case I'm on a virtual machine, so I click on erase disk, and from here you can select the disk if you have more than one, so be careful, choose the right one where you actually want to install the operating system. Then you can leave Btrfs as default, this is the file system. And if you're happy with what this looks like, you click on next. And here, if you want to have a similar experience to Ubuntu, you're going to choose GNOME. Then you're going to click on next. And if you want to enable the printing support, which you probably want, you click on here, printing support. I also have an HP printer, so I'm also going to click on this one. And then we click on next. And here you have to input your name. So for example, in my case, I'm going to put Linux for all. And for your password, it must have 4 characters. So I'm going to put the password right here. Then you're going to click next. And it's going to give you a summary of what it's going to do. And if you're happy with what this says, you click on install and you wait until the installation will finish. And here we are. After you've installed and rebooted the operating system, this is what it will look like. So you're going to click on your account. You're going to input your password. And then you're going to confirm. So this is what it will look like. This is GNOME by default. And we're going to personalize it to look like Ubuntu. It's going to be very easy, and this is going to be helpful to you to understand how Linux works better. So just follow my step. So click on the desktop, and here you have this application that tells you a little bit about CachyOS. I'm going to disable launch at start because I already know what I need to do. As you can see here, we only have an X button to close the window. This is normal default GNOME behavior. To change it, you have to press your Windows key, or the meta key, they are the same thing. I'm used to calling it the Windows key because I'm used to Windows, but it's also called meta. And so you click that Windows key or that meta key that you have in your keyboard, and then you can type for tweaks. And this is GNOME Tweaks app, and here we can enable those other buttons. So maximize, we enable it, and minimize, we enable it. The next step we have to do is click on the meta key again, open the GNOME software, and search for extensions. And here extension manager will appear, we just click on install, and we wait for the installation to finish. So as you can see, it has finished, so we can click on open, and we can click on browse, and we can search for the first extension, which is going to be -2dock. So let's install this extension, click install on -2dock, click install again, and it will be installed. Now the second extension is App Indicator. So search for App Indicator, and this extension called App Indicator and Kstatus Notifier Item Support is the one we want to install. So click on install and install again. And basically what this will do is we'll add a system tray, because GNOME by default doesn't ship with a system tray anymore. So if you open Steam or Discord or OBS, right here on the top of the right, you will have the system tray icons. Then we can install desktop icons like on Ubuntu. So we're going to search for Ding. And this one, GTK4 desktop icons, we click on install and install again. And we will have desktop icons appearing, as you can see, exactly like Ubuntu. And then, as the last extension, we can install Blur My Shell, which is a very cool extension that does blur the shell. You don't need to install this if you don't like blur. I really like it, it feels very modern, so I'm going to install it. And here, if you're happy with this dock already, you can leave it like that. If you want to make this dock look like Ubuntu, you have to click on Installed on the Extension Manager application. You have to click on -2dock here, and here you're going to disable Intelligent Auto Hide. Then you're going to check Panel Mode Extend to Screen Edge, and here, Position on screen, you're going to click on left. And as you can see now, the dock is on the left like on Ubuntu. It does have rounded corners because we have Blur My Shell enabled. So we click on Blur My Shell, and then we go on Dash, and we click on Dynamic. And as you can see now, we don't have the rounded corners anymore, and we have a little bit of blur behind it. And now we're going to go back to the options of -2dock here. We're going to click on Appearance, and we're going to click, instead of default, we have to put dots. So the dot will shift from the bottom of the icon to the left of the icon, like on Ubuntu. You can also shrink the dash if you want it. I like it to be like this, more shrinked. And this is basically it. There's nothing left to do to personalize the distro like Ubuntu. You can open the settings and enable the dark mode. I like the dark mode way more than the light mode. And as the finishing step, I'm going to install the default Ubuntu wallpaper, which I really do like. And so I'm going to open the Cachy browser right here. I'm going to search for Ubuntu wallpapers official download. And here we have this Reddit link. You can click on that. Then we can click on this Google Drive file. I'm going to search for Ubuntu 24.10, which is the last one, desktop wallpapers. And then we can get the blank file, which doesn't have the mascot, which is a bird, or we can click on mascot. The mascot will look like this. We click on PNG, and this is the default one. As you can see, this is the default one. So I'm going to click on install. We're going to click on save. And here we're going to open the file manager and set this picture as the background. So now we basically have Ubuntu, but it's actually CachyOS. So if we open the terminal, Alacrity for this example, as you can see here we have CachyOS, but the difference with CachyOS is that here we have a system that is optimized for gaming, and not only that, we also have a system without snaps. We have a system that works, that doesn't get in your way, that doesn't have the problems that Ubuntu has. So you're going to have a way smoother experience and a better experience overall here on CachyOS than on Ubuntu. And the last thing I want you to do if you are a beginner is going to click on Show Apps, search for Octopi, and you have to open Octopi. And this is just a graphical interface to install applications from the package manager, and this is the GNOME software is only for Flatpak applications, and this is for the package manager, which is called Pacman here. Yes, I'm serious, it's called Pacman, and it will give you a graphical user interface to install applications. Now I want you to search here for an application called Bow, and we're going to right click on it, then we're going to click on install. We're going to select all these dependencies, and then we're going to click on OK. We're going to click this arrow right here and click yes. We're going to input our password, click OK again, and it's going to install this application called Bow. And what this Bow application is all about, it's just a better alternative to Octopi, because it will basically include every application types. You will have the applications from Pacman, you will have a Flatpak applications, you will also find the app images. If you want, you can also install snaps to show on Bow, but I don't recommend it because snaps are not worth it. So to open this Bow application, we're going to click on Show Apps again. We're going to search for Bow. It's going to be the first one. And here you have to put your password, click on Continue. You wait until it initializes, and here it will show us the updates that we have to apply to the system. This is a list, you can click on refresh the list. At the moment I only have one update to do. You can click on upgrade, you can click on yes. If it asks you to input your password, you do input your password and you click continue. Now, it will always tell you to restart the system, just ignore it, you don't need to restart the system, usually. And for example, if I search for Mission Center, which is a Flatpak applications, it shows up and it says FlatHub, which is Flatpak, basically. And so we're going to click on install, we're going to click yes, no, and we just wait until it installs. It was super fast, like as you saw. And if I open Mission Center, it will open perfectly. And if I want to install OBS, for example, I can just type OBS Studio. And here it will show us that we can install it from the extra repos. This green icon, it means that it's on the official Arch repositories, as you can see here. This blue icon, it means that it's on the AUR. And the AUR for short is a place where you can compile from source some packages, and it will open up a lot of packages that you can install that may not be present on the official repositories. So if I want to install OBS Studio, just click on install again, I input my password, I click on continue, and it will install OBS Studio. And now that it's installed, I can just search for it, OBS Studio, and it's going to open. So as you saw, this is extremely easy. I can also install Steam. As you can see, this is the FlatHub one, but I suggest you to install the official repositories one, because it's more updated. As you can see, it updates faster. Then we can install Discord, we can install Desktop. Now I misspelled Discord, as you can see. And if you want to install Desktop, you can just type Desktop, which is a better version of Discord. And here you can install it from the official repositories or from FlatHub. So yeah, this is it for today's video. I've told you everything that you need to know to start with CachyOS. And it's just another distro, but it's way better than Ubuntu, and that's what I suggest everybody to use instead of Ubuntu. Because you're going to have a smoother experience, you're going to have better FPS in games, a better experience overall compared to Ubuntu. So that's it for today's video. If this has been helpful, please like and subscribe, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye!